The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Local government units in Aklan have been asked to prepare burial grounds for those who died of COVID-19. To give us an update on this, we have Romel Lopez. He's reporting to us live from Kalibo. Romel, can you give us the latest situation there?
Yes, Risa, strict curfew is being implemented here in Kalibo, Aklan to mitigate the further spread of COVID-19. And while the lone crematorium in the island of Panay is unable to accept new COVID-19 deaths, below ground burial for those who succumb to the virus is now full swing here. Municipal health workers continue to prepare burial grounds for COVID-19 victims in Kalibo. Earlier today, one 6-foot deep hole was dug in the Kalibo Public Cemetery. Before noon, a body of a senior citizen who died last night was laid to rest. The body was handled with care and in compliance to health protocols. No relatives were there to witness the burial for safety. The town of Kalibo has resorted to this kind of burial as the lone DOH-accredited crematorium in the whole of Panay is unable to accept new deaths anymore. Mayor Emerson La Chica of Kalibo hopes that the matter can be addressed soon so that the cremation can be carried out for the victims. He said that this will use lesser manpower and ensure safety for his team, limiting human interaction. Meanwhile, being under the MECQ, the whole province has implemented a curfew from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. to minimize non-essential travel. Mayor La Chica said they will follow all necessary protocols to make sure that the virus will be contained. He noted that the virus has not only threatened the health of its residents, but the economy as well. Risa, the LG of Kalibo is now planning to convert classrooms into quarantine facilities after their all facilities has reached full capacity. 2 schools will be utilized in the town as they continue to battle COVID-19. Risa?
Thank you for that report and stay safe. That's Romel Lopez reporting live from Kalibo Aklan. Meanwhile, several ICUs in NCR hospitals are reaching full capacity due to a surge in COVID-19 cases. Hospitals are now looking to add more COVID-19 beds to accommodate more patients. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us a front seat to the story.
Metro Manila went into a lockdown on Friday in an effort to dampen a full-blown COVID-19 surge. But health officials warn the numbers will get worse before they get better. East Avenue Medical Center spokesman Dr. Dennis Ordaño says they expect the numbers to continue rising in the next few weeks despite the lockdown.
The effect of the ECQ usually see it 3 weeks after its implementation. So we still expect an increase in the number of COVID patients.
This early ICU beds in many major hospitals in NCR are already at full capacity, according to the Metro Manila Development Authority. Another 5 major hospitals are at critical ICU levels, meaning their ICU occupancy is already around 90%. Over at East Avenue, Dr. Ordaño says they were always near full capacity, but this time it's different.
The amount of patients does not increase, but the percentage of patients who turn out COVID is increased. We are reflective of what is happening in the national setting.
According to the health department, our positivity rate is now at 18%, 3 times from the 6% low last year. In anticipation of a drastic increase in cases, hospitals are trying to increase their COVID-19 bed allocation. To decongest hospitals, Herbosa said government will focus on transferring mild and asymptomatic cases from hospitals to quarantine facilities. I'm Jacob Lazaro and we are One News.
Iloilo City is urging the health department to provide more personnel, beds, and critical care equipment to rural hospitals in Western Visayas. Let's discuss more about this and of course their COVID-19 situation. We have with us on the phone Iloilo City Mayor Jerry Treñas. Mayor Treñas, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Mayor Treñas, can you give us an update, please, on the COVID situation, especially in the hospital situation in Iloilo City?
In Iloilo City, considering that the hospitals in Iloilo City are the referral hospitals of all of Panay and Guimaras, our COVID ward beds are now at 88%. And our ICU bed capacity is utilization rate is already 84%. For the mechanical ventilator, it's already 75.6%. And that is why our healthcare utilization rate for Iloilo City hospitals is 71%. The cases in the hospitals are mostly coming from the province of Iloilo at 56.6%. And for Iloilo, it is only 37%. The rest are coming from the different provinces. That is why I have requested already for assistance from the DOH for more personnel for the hospitals, more equipment like ventilators and high-flow oxygen, and also medicines like remdesivir and tocilizumab, which are both needed for the treatment of COVID positive patients. The hospitals are trying to increase their capacities. This morning, I had a meeting together with the DOH under the office of Yusek Bongbega and all the hospitals in Iloilo, because the concern is insofar as Iloilo and Iloilo City, we were placed on the highest alert, no? And this is because they feel that there is already a surge of cases in Iloilo and Iloilo City, and we have to increase capacities here in Iloilo.
Mm-hmm. Mayor Tranyas, you mentioned, of course, Iloilo City being under ECQ. Are you going to be appealing for that to be downgraded anytime soon?
Well, they are looking at the healthcare utilization rate, and we are now at 72, which is already high risk. And we have to understand that we are the referral hospitals of all the provinces in Region 6, except only Negros Occidental, Bacolod. And that is the reason why the healthcare utilization rate is high, because we get patients coming from the other provinces.
Mm-hmm. Mayor Jerry, would also like to check on how your COVID-19 vaccinations are doing in the city. Are there any challenges being experienced as of the moment?
At the moment, we have not yet reached a point where people no longer want to be vaccinated. We do not have a problem with our vaccination. We only have a problem when we run out of vaccines. But at the moment, since we were placed under ECQ, the national government has been sending vaccines like Sinovac. And we were told that we will be given Moderna this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, final question, Mayor Treñas. What are the protocols in place in the city to prevent any surge in COVID-19 cases?
We we did not accept returning residents for a while, for more than a week. And next week, when we start accepting them, we will require negative RT-PCR test 72 hours before the flight or the trip. And then when they get here, they will have to be on quarantine either in the facilities of the city or in a hospital at their own expense, in a hotel rather, at their own expense for 5 days, after which they will be swabbed, and once they are negative, then they will be allowed to return to their houses.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. That is Iloilo City Mayor, Mayor Jerry Treñas. Now, in other news, Pag-asa continues to monitor Tropical Storm Huaning, which entered the Philippine area of responsibility this morning. As of 11 o'clock in the morning, the eye of Tropical Storm Huaning was at 465 kilometers north of Itbayat, Batanes, and continues to move east-southeast. It has maximum sustained winds of 65 km per hour and gustiness of up to 110 km per hour. Pag-asa says Huaning is expected to be outside the Philippine area of responsibility by 8 p.m. tonight. No tropical cyclone wind signals in effect. Meanwhile, in Ilocos region, Zambales, Benguet, Batanes, and the Babuyan Islands may experience scattered rain showers and thunderstorms due to the southwest monsoon or habagat. Pag-asa warns of possible flash floods or landslides in these areas during moderate to at times heavy rains. Now, over in Greece, a wildfire has burned down some 6,000 hectares in only 3 days. This comes amid the country's worst heat wave since 1987. More details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
Greece is being hit by a wave of wildfires this week amid the peak of its touristic season, and citizens are advised to stay inside with the windows closed because of the poor quality of air. With temperature reaching 45 degrees Celsius on Wednesday, Greece is going through its worst heat wave since 1987. According to the Athens Observatory, a total of 6,000 hectares of land have been burned during the last 3 days. Residents and tourists were evacuated in a fire in Evia, an island near Athens, where fire is burning at a front of about 30 kilometers. Firefighters are trying to fight the fire by ground and by air, but the smoke makes it really difficult for helicopters to fly over. Another front of fire is right now at Peloponnese in the southern Greece, close to the Olympic Stadium where the games used to be held in ancient Greece. Citizens in most cases refuse to evacuate and try to help the firefighters put out the fires and protect the property. The government is facing severe criticism on social media over delayed response and lack of manpower and equipment to face the fires. The government said the military will now actively participate in all firefighting operations. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis said that all those that lost their houses during the fires will receive refund to be able to rebuild them.
Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.